Hello aspirants, welcoming you all to the online platform of IBS. So today we'll be discussing the topic of ratio and proportion. This is one of the most important topics for all competitive exam, and this is one of the important topics which is going to rule the whole quantitative aptitude. That means all the tricks related to quantitative aptitude will be based on ratio, and the next one is percentage and the next one average. So these are the three important topics which is going to rule the arithmetics. So let's start. So first of all, before going into any topic, first of all you should be clear of the meaning of that topic. What is the ratio? What is proportion? So ratio is one topic and proportion is the other topic. So coming to the weightage also, you can see ratio is having a weightage of 98%. 98% of the questions you can expect from ratio. Proportion you can expect only 2%. So that's it. So what is ratio? What is proportion? Let me explain. So already in this ratio, what are the topics we are going to deal? So before that, if you want to have a brief idea of ratio, ratio is nothing but it's a comparison. Comparing of two or more similar quantities and expressing it in a lowest form. I mentioned it as similar quantities. So what is that similar quantities and all we will be looking. So in ratio, what are the topics you have to cover? Basics of ratio will be covering. Then what is basics of proportion? Comparison between two quantities. That means how can you compare two quantities? Then comparison between three quantities and four quantities. Then coming to number based questions, we have questions based on numbers, then coins based, then based on addition and subtraction, and you have balancing also, balancing of ratio. Then we have income and expenditure type of questions. So these are the different patterns, or these are the different concepts what we will be covering in ratio. So moving to the definition, what is ratio? So ratio is the comparison of two or more similar quantities and expressing it in the simplest form. So what does it mean? Comparing of two or more similar quantities. So let me take two persons A and B. I am talking about the ages. So let me take the age of A is 20 years and the age of B is 40 years. So this is, I am comparing their ages of age of A and age of B. If I want to express it in the ratio, what should I do? First of all, according to the definition, you have to compare two similar quantities. So similar quantities means here I am comparing the ages. So and expressing it in the simplest form. So this is not the simplest form. So what is the simplest form? Both of them in which table they are divisible. So if I see 2, 2's are 2 4. So 1:2 is the simplest form of expressing. So if you consider next, like I am considering the age of A as 50 years and the salary of or salary or height or whatever it may be. Salary of B is some 10,000. Is that possible? No. If you are comparing, you have to compare the same quantities. That means if you are comparing the age of A, if you do comparison with the same quantity, you have to compare. If you are comparing the age of A, then you have to compare the age of B. If you are comparing the salary of A, then you have to compare the salary of B. That point you have to remember. And ratio is nothing but expressing it in the simplest, lowest form. So this is what is told about ratio. And next one more point is, there is a relation between HCF and ratio. Already we have discussed in our HCF and LCF. Like if you see, if you have two numbers, let it be ages or salary. Salary of A is 10,000, whereas salary of B is 25,000. So in order to represent it in the lowest form, you will cancel, then 5 2's are 5 5's are. So if you see, how can you write this 10? 10 can be written as 5 into 2. How can you write 25? 5 into 5. So here the common factor is 5. So HCF can be obtained from ratio, or else you can say, like if two numbers are in the ratio, 3 is to 2. If two numbers n1 and n2 are in the ratio 3 is to 2. How to convert into a value? You have to multiply it with a common multiple, that is the HCF, common not multiple, it is a factor, common factor, that is nothing but the HCF. So, to convert a ratio to a number, you have to multiply it with a common factor, where this factor x is called the HCF of numbers. So, this already we have discussed this relation in our HCF and LCM. So, now this is all about what is the meaning of ratio and how can it be expressed. You have to compare the similar quantities. What is the relation between HCF and ratio? So, now you have the first question. So, we will be doing regarding the comparison. So, here we have the relation between A and B. So, A is to B is given as 2 is to 3. That means you are comparing A with B, 2 is to 3. And now B has been compared with respect to C. So, B is to C is what? 6 is to 7. Now, you have to find a common relation, like you have to find what is A is to B is to C. So, if you look at it, A-B comparison, A is 2 parts. Here we will say either it is, this is not the exact value, A's value is not 2 and B's value is not 3, just an approximate, that means it is a ratio, 2 parts or 2 units. So, A is 2 units, B is 3 units. Here B is 6 units, with respect to C is 7 units. So, how can you obtain a common relation between A, B and C? For this, what is the main thing is, if here these two terms are same, then you can apply a method of inverted Z. Just you have to multiply it in this form. What you have to do? Inverted Z. So, just what you have to do is 6 into 2, 12, 6 into 3, 18, 7 into 3, 21. So, you have got a single relation between A is to B is to C. What is the condition here is element here and here it should be same. So, B, B. Then you can combine. How to combine? First you have to multiply 2 into 6, 12. 6 into 3, 18, 7 into 3, 21. So, you have to represent in the lowest form. What is the common table which is divisible of 3? 3 is the common factor. 3 4s are 3, 6s are 18, 3 7s are 21. So, 3 4s 12, 3 6s are 18, 3 7. So, what is the relation between A is to B is to C? 4 is to 6 is to 7. So, here we have compared 3 ratios and we have formed it to a single relation. So, there was a relation between A is to B, B is to C. From that a common relation A is to B is to C has been obtained, that is 4 is to 6 is to 7. So, here I have applied inverted Z method. So, this is the name I have given. So, this can be done in alternate ways also, but this is the optimum method, or else you can do A by B, B by C. From that you will get A by C, or you can use like vacant space method also, you can use it. That also you will get the same result, but this is the easiest method. Next, same thing. Here also we have A is to B as 10 is to 3 and you have A is to C as 6 is to 7. So, this has violated the order. So, you have to arrange it in a proper way. So, A is to B, A is to C. You need A is to B is to C. So, what you have to do? You have to arrange B is to A, then A is to C. So, B is to A means how you have to write 3 is to 10. Then A is to C means 6 is to 7. Now, these two elements are same. So, now you can apply inverted Z. What you are going to get? What you are going to get is B is to A is to C. So, 6 into 3 18, 6 into 10 60, 7 into 10 70. Now, you can see all the 3 is divisible by 2. 2 9s are 2 30s, 2 35. So, now you do not have any other multiple which is common or factor which is common, because 3 2 9s and 2 30s and 2 35s. So, what is the relation between A is to B is to C here? A is to B is to C is nothing but here A is second unit. So, 30 parts is 2, then B is 9 and C is 35. 5. So this is a relation between A is to B is to C. So since here the order has been violated, so I have arranged it. So these elements also will become reciprocal 3 is to 10. So from this just inverted Z method, 6 into 3, 6 into 10, 7 into 10. So that's it. Now moving on to the next method. So first we have compared and we have found out a common relation between 3 elements. Now what next method? If it is in the form of 2A is to 3B is to 4C, then how you can find A is to B is to C? Here you can use the method of hide and seek. So the method name is what I am naming it as hide and seek. Just hiding one hide and seek method. So if you do it, you can know like all these are in proportion. That means you can equate to a constant k. From that you can find A equal to k by 2, B equal to k by 3. That is a lengthy process. So it's better easy method. Here what we have, 2 times of A is equal to 3 times of B is equal to 4 times of C. So we have a relation between A, B and C in terms of something, but you need a common relation. So how can you find A is to B is to C? Very easy. Within seconds you can do it. Just if you want A, just hide A. If you will hide A, 4 into 3, this will be 12. If you want B, just hide B, 2 into 4, 8. If you want C, just hide 2 into 3, 6. Now express it in the lowest form. 2 6 are, 2 4s are, 2 3s are. So this is the relation. This is the relation between A is to B is to C. Or else other method, lengthy process, or the concept behind this is 2A is to 3B is to 4C. How you will do? You can equate it to a constant k. So what you will do? A equal to k by 2 and B equal to k by 3 and C equal to k by 4. So if you take the ratio, k by 2 is to k by 3 is to k by 4. Now all the k will get cancelled. How to eliminate the denominator? Take the LCM of 2, 3, 4. So the LCM is nothing but 12. So you will have 2 into 6 times, 3 into 4 times, 4 into 3. So you have got the same answer. So why to do all this big process? Don't do. Just go with this method, hide and seek. If you want A, just hide A, multiply 3 into 4. If you want B, just hide B, 2 into 4. If you want C, just hide C, 2 into 3, 6 and just express it in the lowest form. That's it. So next one, the same. Okay, here you have A is to B, B is to C and C is to D. So you have to find the relation between 4 elements, 4 values. A is to B is to C is to D. Here I will use sandwich approach. See how I will do. Just A is to B, 2 is to 3. Then B is to C, you will have 4 is to 5. Then C is to D, you will have 1 is to 2. So how to find the relation between A is to B is to C is to D. So here I will use sandwich method. Sandwich method is nothing but just multiplying this side. This will give you A. Then just multiply this. This will give you D. Then like a leaf. Here you have to multiply in this way. Then you have to multiply in this way. That's it. So first when you listen to it, you might feel bit confused. But once you practice, it's very easy. Nothing. Just if you want the value of A, multiply. 2 into 4 into 1, 2 into 4 into 1, 8. That you have to represent it here. If you multiply this vertical column, so what you should do? 5 into 3, 15, 15 into 2, 15 into 2, 30. So next B is nothing but 1 into 4 into 3. So 1 into 4 into 3. Then next C is what? 3 into 5 into 1. 3 into 5 into 1. So if you simplify, what you are getting? Here you have got 12, then 15, then 30. So at last what you are getting is A is to B is to C is to D value as 8 is to 12 is to 15 is to 30. All these are divisible by 2, but 15 is not divisible by 2. So this is the lowest form of expressing. Just simple. If you want A, you have to multiply all this. If you want D, you have to multiply all this. If you want B, this thing. If you want C, you have to multiply. It's like a leaf, like sandwich, 2 bread pieces or 2 slice of bun, and then you have a leaf inside it. So just that's why I have mentioned sandwich method. Sandwich method. So by this you can combine 4 ratios. This is one best method, or else you can go with that vacant space method also. If you want, I will explain that also, vacant space method. So just let me write down these values. 8 is to 12 is to 15 is to 30 is the answer I have got through this method. You can go with another method also. I will explain you. That is nothing but the vacant space method. So what is the vacant space method and all we will discuss here. So best method is this sandwich method. So this can be applicable to any 4 values. Comparison can be between 4 ratios. So what is this next method? Vacant space. So here you have A is to B is to C is to D values. A is to B is to C is to D you want. So first they have given relation between A is to B. So 2 is to 3. This place is vacant. So this 3 only will occupy these places also. That is why vacant space method, second method. Now B is to C is 4 is to 5. So this place is vacant, so 5 will occupy. If this place is vacant, 4 will occupy. Now C is to D is 1 is to 2. So 1 will occupy here and here. Now just multiply. 2 into 4 into 1, 8. 4 into 3 into 1, 12. 5 into 3 into 1, 15. 5, 15 into 2, 30. Same answer you have got both the methods. So this is sandwich method and that is vacant space method, and you cannot express in lowest since 30 is not divisible by 2. So this is the other method of comparing 4 values. So next one. So here we have A is to B, B is to C, find A is to B is to C. Practice question. So how we will do? We have A is to B as 2 is to 3 and we have B is to C as 5 is to 7. So we will apply inverted Z, just inverted Z. 5 into 2, 10. 5 into 3, 15, 7 into 3, 21. So 10 is to 15 is to 21 is A is to B is to C. So 10 is to 15 is to 21, option C. It's very easy. Ratio is one of the easiest topics. Then you have divide. So now this is the other concept. You have to divide some amount among A, B and C. How to do this pattern? So first of all you have to find, here they have given us a relation like 4 times of A equal to 5 times of B equal to 7 times of C. So you have to find a common relation between A is to B is to C. So I will use hide and seek method. So how I will find out? Let me show you. 4 times of A equal to 5 times of B is equal to 7 times. So from this A is to B is to C is now. If you want A, hide A, 5 into 7, 35. If you want B, hide 4 into 7, 28. If you want C, hide 4 into 5, 20. So all these 3 are not divisible by a common factor. So that is the lowest form. Now what you have to divide? You have to divide this amount among all these 3. So from here A is getting, what does it mean? If you are dividing some amount, A is getting 35 parts, B is getting 28 parts and C is getting 20 parts. So total how much parts? Add it, 8 plus 5, 13, then 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 83 parts or 83 units, whatever you can call it, no problem. So this 83 parts is nothing but equal to the amount what you have to divide, that is 581. So 581. So 1 part value or 1 unit, this 1 unit is nothing but the highest common factor, HCF value. So what is this 581 divided by 83? So what you are going to get? 83 into 7 times is 21, then 2, 8, 7, 56, 58. So 1 unit you are getting it as 7, not 71, 7. So into 83 into 7 you are getting it as 581. So 1 unit value you have got it 7. If you have 1 unit you can find individual units also. So what is A is getting 35 into 7. 35 into 7 means 35. So unit digit should be 5. Then 3, 21 plus 3, 24. So 245 you have got. Next 28 into 7. So what? A's share. A's share is nothing but A is having 35 units or 35 parts into 1 unit value 7. So 35 into 7, A will get 245. What is B's share? B's share is nothing but 28 into 7. 56, 5, 14, 14, 196. So what is C's share? So C's share is nothing but, what is C's share? How much part is C getting? 20. So 20 into 7, 140. So the answer is 245, 196 and 140. So option B. So if you get 1 unit or 1 part, you can find that in accordingly those ratios also. So this is one application form of ratio. Here we have applied this with ratio. So next question, if X and Y shared rupees 1100 in the ratio, how much did X get? So X and Y shared this much rupees in the ratio. So X is to Y, ratio is nothing but 1 is to 10. So total how many parts? Total 1 plus 10, that is nothing but 11 parts. Total parts, like that means some amount has been distributed among X and Y. X is getting 1 part, 1 unit of share, and Y is getting 10 units. So totally 11 parts. That 11 parts value is nothing but the total amount 1100 rupees. So what is 1 part? 1 part is nothing but 100. So how much did X get? X is 1 unit. So 1 unit is nothing but X will get 100 rupees. 1 part 100 rupees means X is getting only 1 unit. So 1 into 100, 100. So moving on to the next one. So what is A is to D equal to? So you have A is to B into B is to C. You can write it in this way, A by B. A by B can be written as already we have discussed. Ratio can be converted to fraction. So A by B is nothing but A is to B. This is nothing but is to symbol. So that I forgot to explain, is to. So how will you read? A is to B. A relation with B. So A is to B, B is to C and C is to D is nothing but 2 by 3 into 5 by 7 into 3 by 10. Then you will get A is to D, because this B will get C, C will get cancelled. So A is to D is nothing but, what you are going to get? 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 5 ones and 5 twos, everything will get cancelled. So the answer is 1 is to 7, option A. Option A is your answer. So next one, in a certain school, the ratio of boys to girls is 7 is to 5. If there are 2400 students in the school, how many girls are there? So boys is to girls. In a school, the ratio is 7 is to 5. So boys are 7 parts and girls are 5 parts. So total how many parts? 15 not 12 parts. 7 plus 5, 12 parts. So 12 units or 12 parts. How did I get 12 parts? Boy plus girl, total ratio, that is 7 plus 5. 12 parts is given as total 2400 students. So this you are equating. So 1 part or 1 unit is what? 200 students. Now what you have to find? If there are 2400 students, then how many girls are there? How many girls? 5 units. We know 1 part value. Girls are 5 parts. So 5 units or 5 parts ratio is nothing but 200 into 5. That is nothing but, you are going to get 1000 girls are there in the class. So girls are nothing but 1000. Girls value is 1000. So this is very easy. Here in the topic of ratio, we have to find unit value per unit or 1 part. That is nothing but the HCF of those two numbers. That is the highest common factor. While we were in school, we used to say, teachers used to say A and B are in the ratio of 5 is to 4. Then let the number N1 be 5x. Let the number B be 4x. What is that x? X is nothing but the highest common factor, HCF. So instead of that x, we are finding 1 unit value here. So moving on to the next one, 48% of the first number. So 48% of first number is equal is 60%. So this 48% first number is 60% of the second number. So let the second number be N2. Then what is the ratio of first number to second number? So first number is N1 by N2 is nothing but this percentage and this will get cancelled. 60 by 48, 6 tens, 6 eights, then you have 4, 5. So the answer is 5:4. 5:4, option C. Ratio of N1 is to N2 is nothing but 5:4. So the next one. Three numbers A, B and C are in the ratio. So ratio of the three numbers is given. If sum of these numbers is given, ratio between the difference of B and A and the difference of C and B. So what you have to find out difference of this thing, and so first of all A is to B is to C they have given. What is that? 25. So total how much parts? So totally we have 10, 12, 2, 1, 1, 2, then you have one more, then 4, 5, 52 parts. So total this 52 parts is nothing but 312. So then you will get one part value. 52 parts is nothing but 312. So one part is nothing but 52 into 6, 6 times, because you can see unit digit 2, here 2. So 6 into 2, 12. So 52 into 6. Now what they are asking? They are asking find the ratio between the difference of B and A. What is the difference between B and A? So difference of B and A, and as I know 15 parts is B, that's why I mentioned B minus A. So find the difference of B minus A and the difference of C minus B. So C minus B. So B minus A is how much part? 15 minus 12, that is 3 parts, by what is C minus B? 25 minus 15, that is 10 parts. Since you need not mention because one part value is 6, so 3 into 6 by 10 into 6, no need of that. So those will both, if you multiply it with 6 also, these will get cancelled. So the lowest form is 3 by 10. So 3:10 is your answer, because if you find one part value also it's waste. Just simply you can say no need to do this much also, no need to convert into values also, because one part value is not required. Since this is a ratio, just I am going with the traditional method, that's why I have done all this, or else you can directly say 15 minus 12, 3 by directly, because you need not, they are not asking us the value. If they are asking us the value, then you can do it in this method, or else directly seeing the question itself you can say. So moving on to the next one. Out of three positive numbers, ratio of the first and second number is given. So let me write it out. Write it down as N1 is to N2. First number is N1, second number is N2. So 3:4. So from that they have said, and the ratio of the comparison has been done between second number and third number. So N2 is to N3 is nothing but 5:6. So from this you can obtain a common relation between N1, N2, N3 in the form of a ratio. So I will be applying inverted Z method. So N2 it's common, so 5:6. What is N1 is to N2 is to N3 is nothing but just inverted Z, 3 into 5, just I'll erase this part. So 15 is to 5 into 4, 20 is to 6 into 4, 24. So this is the total part. Now what they have said, if the product of the second and third, so what is second number? 20. So these are ratios. So how to convert into value? You have to say N2 is 20 into a common factor x, and why I have mentioned is product. So you are going to get in terms of square, that's why I mentioned. And the third number, what is the third number? 24x. So product of these two they have given us 4320. So 20x into 24x is nothing but 4320. So from this you are going to get 24 into 20 means 480. So 480 x square is nothing but 4320. 2 0. So 0 0 will get cancelled. 48 into 9 times. 48 into 9 you have 72, then 36 plus 1, okay. So x square value is 9. So x equal to 3 root over 9. X square is 9 means x value you have got it as 3. So what they have said us to find? They said us to find the sum of the 3 numbers. So what is the sum of 3 numbers? So sum of 3 numbers is nothing but just add these numbers. What you are going to get? 15 plus 20, 35. 35 plus 24. You are going to get 59. So 59x or 59 parts. So 1 unit you have got. So 59x is nothing but 59 into 3, 9 3 is 27, 15, 16, 7. So 177 is your answer, option A, 177. So 1 unit is nothing but 3 parts. So sum is nothing but 59 into x, 59 into 3, 177. So rupees 15,500 is divided in the ratio of 3 proportional to. Here you have fraction. So whenever fraction comes, just convert it into a whole number. That means you have to take the LCM of the denominator. So you have then what is the share. So total amount is nothing but rupees 15,500. So it is divided among A is to B is to C in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 5. So what is the LCM of 2, 3, 5? So 5. 5 2s 10, not divisible. 5 3s are 15. 15 it's not divisible by 2. So 5 4s are 20, no. 5 5s 25, no. 5 6 are 30. So you have to find out the LCM of 2, 3, 5. That is 30. So if you multiply that value, this fraction becomes a whole number. So 2 into 15, 3 into 10 and 5 into 6 is the share of A will get 15 parts, B will get 10 parts and C will get 6 parts out of a total share of this. So what is the total share? 25, 25 plus 6, 31 parts or 31 units is nothing but 15,500. So what is 1 part? 1 part is nothing but 31 into 5, so 50. 31 into 5, not 50, 500. Because 15,500, so 31 into 5 you will have 5, 155. So 0, 0, 500. So what is the share of A? A share is nothing but 15 into 500. 15 into 5 means 7,500. Then what is the share of B? B is nothing but 10 into 1 part. So 10 into 500, that is 5,000. What is the share of C? 6 into 500, that is 3,000. So these are the answers: 7,500, 5,000, 3,000, option A. So this is all about the part 1 video where we have discussed what is ratio and how can you express it in the simplest form, and how to compare 2, 3 and 4 quantities and expressing it in a single form. And we have done it with numbers also, how means relation between numbers like n1 and n2, how it is connected and all. So in our next video, that is part 2, we will be learning the balancing of ratio, and that balancing we will apply it to different topics like ages and all. So ages will follow the concept of balancing of ratio. So hope you have understood this class, and thank you for watching.